Good morning everybody. We are on the iPhone today. I currently have it stuck to my shower using one of those little sticky things, which are genius, by the way. You'll have to bear with me because my camera broke when I was in Wales. You'll know that if you saw the last vlog, and it's not fixed yet. So hopefully the iPhone is going to hold up for this video. I've already done my makeup this morning, but I just put my camera here, and I think because the lighting is good here, it just suddenly made me feel like I needed some powder. So just popping that on. I haven't put on any fragrance yet, and it's that awkward time of year where this is my scent. If there is one fragrance that I feel like is my scent, it's this one, Diptyque Eau Dwell. I've talked about it so many times. Oh my God, it is just so good. It's so like warm and vanilla-y, but not too sweet. It is actually quite sweet, but it's just, there's something about it. The warmth comes through more than the sweetness, if that makes sense. However, I do tend to change it up in summertime. I kind of wear this for 6 months of the year, and then I wear something different for kind of spring, summer. And because the weather is so amazing at the moment, it's like the whole next 10 days is forecast to be bright blue skies. It's bright blue skies today. I need to decide on what my summer fragrance is going to be. My options are this Glossier one that I have, that I definitely see it as a much kind of fresher, oh, that just went right up my nose, a much kind of fresher scent. Or I've got the new Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess, this is the kind of Greek one that's come out for this summer, which is absolutely gorgeous. It might have to be this. Or I have this one, which is Dan's fragrance, but I absolutely love it. And I do spritz it every now and again. I'll just cheekily, without telling him, because it is a very expensive Le Labo one. I'm really bad at describing scents. I don't know why I had no plan to do this, by the way. I wasn't like, I'm going to do a fragrance section at the beginning of my vlog. I just happened to be putting on fragrance, but this is like fresh, and something about it is just delicious. It's slightly musky with the freshness. It's such a unique scent. If you're ever near a Le Labo store, go and smell this. I actually got down a sample of this before getting it for him. I'm like, oh, do I wear this today? Oh, I think I'm going to. Don't tell him. Oh my God, it's so good. I just love this so much. But I don't think this could be my spring summer signature scent because it smells like Dan. And then like if I put this jumper on tomorrow, I'll put it on and be like, oh, I smell like Dan today. Maybe tomorrow I'll wear this, then the next day I'll wear this, and I'll see which I prefer. I always used to switch up from Diptyque Eau Dwell to Chanel Chance So Fresh for the summer months. So maybe I need to repurchase that because I don't have any. I'll keep you updated on which fragrance I end up going for. Oh, also, I'm going to put some lip liner on. I kind of put this all over my lips. This is Lancome 53, the tea is hot, and it's what the makeup artist used on me. I can't talk and do lip liner, oh my God. It's what the makeup artist used on me for the Lancome BAFTA event that I went to. And it's the nicest colour. For every day, I don't put it on too strong, I just kind of pop it on, rub it in. This is the exact combo the makeup artist did on me. This is one of their little, it's number 21 anyway. I think they're called Butterglow Balms. But I really love that for just an everyday lip combo. What did I want to tell you? Oh yes, so this vlog needs to be a huge renovation update basically, because the garden has been going on for about, I think this is the 6th working day in the garden, so not counting the weekend. The basement's about a month in. It's taking longer than expected, but I need to give you huge updates there. With the garden, I actually filmed a few little snippets almost every day, I think, for the last 6 days that they've been working in the garden, or anytime there was a drastic change. So I will insert those clips now. It's garden renovation day 1. This is a very exciting day, and we've got blue skies for our first garden day, which is very exciting. We are now at the end of day 1 of the garden. Do you call it a renovation with a garden? The garden landscaping? I'm not sure, but look how much they've done. They've already taken up half of the astroturf, filled all of these bags with like soil and concrete, taken out the bench that was at the back because now that's where our sofa will go. They've put the sofa there, and this table, which we're getting rid of, we're getting like a nice bistro set, but they've put those there just as markers so we can just kind of work out where we want things and how big we want the planting beds to be. It's now Wednesday evening. There have been 5 working days, so Thursday, Friday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and then today, Wednesday, of the gardeners in our garden so far, and this is how it's looking. Apparently, the paving, or the slabs, whatever you call it, that's going down tomorrow, which is so exciting because I feel like it's going to start to look like an actual usable space. So as you can see from those clips, the garden is well on its way and it's all going really kind of to plan, and timings and everything is great. The basement's been a little bit slower because, to be honest, there are so many times that you have to wait with things that we're doing in the basement. For example, the plastering, we had to then wait for the plaster to be dried before anyone could paint. And then our carpenter's been down there doing stuff, and because he's cutting and creating a lot of dust, the painter then didn't want to be in there painting when there was all of that dust going on that would kind of stick to the paint and things. And then also the flooring, it had to be latex before any floor went down, then you can't step on that for 48 hours, so then no one could get down there. But it has come along a lot further than it was in the last time you guys saw it anyway, so I'm going to go show you. Okay, so coming into the basement, if you haven't watched the previous vlog, go back and watch it because that will show you everything. But this is how the main room is looking now. It's just already, I know it's full of stuff and looks crazy, but it just already looks so much more like part of the house just because the walls have been plastered. The plaster is now all dry and ready for paint, and Barry is here doing some prepping.
No, this is the sealer for the bare plaster.
Yeah.
It seals it all.
Seals it all.
Put the colour on.
And then we put the colour on afterwards. The lights are making it very flashy in there. Yeah, it's just chaos. I don't actually know how I'm going to get through to show you anything really. But the basic update is the floor has been latex, the walls have been plastered and dried. There's all the electrics in there, so all of our kind of washing machines and tumble dryers will sit along there, and then this is where the sink will be. That's the unit for the sink. Got a new smoke alarm which Tom, our electrician, put in, and then that room in there is currently being used for storage for everything, so it is plastered and ready to go. It's just I can't access it right now because there's all of this stuff in front of me. This is how the garden is looking today. The paving's all arrived just this morning, which is very exciting, and I think that's going to start going down. Are you going to start laying this today?
After break.
Brilliant, that's so exciting. It feels so much bigger out here now. All of the astroturf's gone and everything is all level. These kind of raised bits to the side, there will be all soil going down on there. Those are going to be our planting beds. And then we've actually measured the planting beds that will come up to here and go all the way around. And then our corner sofa will fit into this little nook here that we've kind of created. Just made all the coffees for the builders and the gardeners, and made myself a matcha. This is what all of our floor looks like at the moment. Guys, it's still very much work in progress. However, these have been slotted into place now. They're not plumbed back in yet, so can't do any washing, but they are there. And the top is on. This sink is changing, needs to go the other way around. And in this room, I don't think I could show you this the other day, but this is how it's looking, ready for paint. And then first coat has gone on in this room. It's Friday evening now, and here is the garden update. These are all going down. We've got quite a big section completed over here. Also so happy that we're getting sun in our garden at this time in the evening, and that's exactly where our corner sofa is going. Looks so good. I'm so happy with it. We went for this kind of like higgledy-piggledy different sizes slabs because we just kind of preferred that look, and they're called tumbled, which is why they have like little things on them like this so that it doesn't look too pristine. I'm just never a fan of the ones that look too pristine, so I really love this tumbled effect. The truth is I haven't. It's now Thursday, so the following week. I think we last had a chatty catch-up bit like this maybe last Thursday, so probably a week ago, but I'll explain everything that's happened and why we haven't spoken. I think I was last vlogging, the basement was coming along nicely, the garden was coming along nicely, and then you will have seen some lovely footage from the weekend. On Saturday morning, we drove straight to Southwold, which is in Suffolk, but my parents live in South Norfolk, so it's fairly near their house, like 45-minute drive. Had the most beautiful time there. We met up with my family there at the beach, and if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that Southwold it's one of my true happy places in life. We just adore it there. I've been going there my whole life. We got so lucky with the weather. It was bright blue skies. I mean, you will have seen this, so I won't run on about Southwold, but I managed to film a few little clips there. Then we drove to my parents' house, stayed the night there, just had a lovely time kind of chilling in their garden. My parents have a pond in their garden and Sage just loves watching the fish, and so we fed the fish, probably too much, and just had a very chilled Saturday night. Got an Indian takeaway, which is like the best one. It's called Merchants of Spice. Sometimes we eat in there and sometimes we get it takeaway to my parents' house. Although they live in the middle of nowhere, so you have to go and drive and collect it, but it's really fun. And then there were lambs on the sheep's field near my parents' house. We went and visited them, and Sage loved seeing them, and it was just a beautiful spring blue sky weekend. And even though it was chilly at the beach, we just wrapped up warm. Sage was wearing his full kind of fleece-lined Gruffalo waterproof suit thing, which was perfect on the beach. And all in all, we just had the most gorgeous weekend. But then Monday afternoon, I just did not feel right. I was just like, something is going on. I feel exhausted, even though I'd slept fine. Throughout Monday afternoon to the evening, I just got progressively worse and worse and worse. And then I looked in my throat in the mirror and it was, sorry, this is TMI, just skip this bit if you don't want to hear, but my throat was just filled with white patches and really swollen, but it was too late to kind of get a doctor's appointment or anything. Anyway, Tuesday morning, I wake up, I've had a terrible night's sleep and I can't swallow. Like, Dan makes me a cup of tea every morning, which is, I just love it so much. It's one of the best things. But I couldn't drink my cup of tea in the morning. I couldn't swallow water, nothing. So I managed to get a doctor's appointment, went, and they were like, you have strep throat. They can't actually tell you what you have unless they do a swab, but they just said, we're pretty sure that this is strep throat and we're going to give you antibiotics. So I started those on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. I am honestly feeling so much better. Tuesday, I pretty much slept all day and just felt terrible. Yesterday I was slightly more alive but still in bed, and I just ended up writing a Substack all day long. It was quite good actually being confined to bed all day, because I've been meaning to write my reviews of everything that I've read this year so far. So if you want to go and read that, I will link it in the description box. It's on my Substack, which is tanyaburrbookclub.substack.com, but I put a lot of time into those, so it would just mean the world to me if you guys would go and subscribe and read it. It's completely free, and also if you subscribe you get notified about the book club meetings, which is so important for those of you who want to know about it, because I get so many DMs on Instagram of people being devastated that it's sold out so fast. If you're subscribed to the book club, you get an email notification before it goes onto my Instagram stories with book club tickets. So it's really worth subscribing if you want to be notified when there's an in-person book club meeting. And we're meeting, I think it's on May the 7th, at a really lovely restaurant in central London. This one's already sold out, but it's going to be such a beautiful evening, so I can't wait to see those of you who have got tickets. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going a bit off piste here, so let's get back on track to what's been going on. So Monday, Tuesday, I was pretty much out of it. Wednesday, I was in bed writing all my book reviews, but I was kind of popping down to the garden here and there, but I also didn't want to go and like infect people. But apparently when you're 24 hours into your antibiotics, you're not contagious anymore, is what Google told me. Yesterday, late afternoon, all of our plant pots and plants arrived, which was such an exciting moment. Today is the penultimate day of our gardeners working in the garden, so much is coming together. This morning, we've just had an hour-long call. I was in the garden with Sam, who is kind of what did she describe her job as? I'll have to ask her again. Something about being on the ground. Anyway, Sam is from Aoba, who we're using to do all of our garden. None of this is gifted, by the way, but now that we're coming to the end of the project, I just really do want to recommend the people that we've used, because they've been so fantastic. So Aoba are the company who have done everything out there that I've been showing you. And then our garden designer is a lady called Tabby, who has just been fantastic, and she doesn't even live in London, but she's actually my manager's cousin, so I ended up using her because I put on my Instagram story saying something like, can anyone recommend a garden designer? Like, we really need some help. Dan and I, neither of us are particularly green fingered, and we just knew that we needed some help and advice to get things right in our garden. And Lucy, my manager, messaged being like, my cousin Tabby is a garden designer. So we've been working really closely with Tabby on like Zoom calls and then FaceTimes out in the garden. And she's been so fantastic. We could not have done this without her. I think she's actually coming to visit us in a couple of weeks. So I'll definitely film some clips with her and introduce you guys to her, but I will also put her details in the description box if any of you are doing a garden or need any garden help. So yes, this morning I've just spent an hour in the garden on FaceTime to Tabby and with Sam from Aoba, just kind of going around positioning all of the plants into their pots and deciding what's going where and kind of making a bit of a plan. And now the gardeners are out there planting all of the Trachelospermum into the beds, putting all the tension wire up so that things can grow up everywhere. I'll take you down now and we'll go and have a look. Please do bear in mind, and I had to say this to Dan as well because things were arriving and he was like, but that looks quite small for that pot, and I thought things would be a bit more kind of grown. So you just have to imagine that in a few months time the garden is going to be looking amazing and all these plants that we're planting will actually be flowering and growing. But right now everything looks a little bit sparse and just like a lot of pot and not a lot of plant. But please just imagine that everything is going to fill out and grow beautifully, and it will look totally different in a couple of months' time and so much better. But by next summer the garden will be much more mature and looking really incredible. So we just have to kind of use our imaginations a little bit there. I've been rambling for over 10 minutes now. Oh, one more thing. I don't know if this ever happened to you guys, but my throat, it's definitely not as sore anymore. Like, I'm able to swallow, eat, drink, like chat to you guys. You can probably just hear it's a bit course. But I also got this like horrible, let me show you, white spot. That's like what's in my throat, but it's in my eye. It's just been crazy, this illness, guys. I was truly delirious all day Tuesday. Like, I can barely remember it, but just very thankful to the NHS and access to antibiotics because I feel miraculously better than I did on Tuesday, and it's only 2 days later. Anyway, let's take you to the garden. Haven't even told you about basement updates. Sorry this is such a long talking clip, but I really just felt like I had so much to update you on what's been going on this week. But the basement has come along so much as well, so that might have to be a whole nother video. Let's see. Quick outfit of the day just before we head out to the garden. These jeans are new in from Citizens of Humanity. They kindly sent them to me. I love the barrel leg jeans, and I've had these in blue for about a year and I've lived in them, and I absolutely love white jeans, so happy to have them in white. And then just got on my Le Monde barrel loafers with them. And then this jumper I bought the other day from Massimo Dutti. It's cashmere, but like a lightweight cashmere. Looks really cute just over a white t-shirt with some necklaces. And that is today's outfit. Garden updates. It's all very, very exciting out here. All of the paving is now down. It's all very dirty right now, but it will get cleaned, so don't worry. We've got 6 Trachelospermums, they're basically jasmines, planted now each side, so all the way along here and then all the way along here as well. And the gardeners are just kind of untying them and training them along these tension wires that they've put in, so that eventually this whole side of the garden and this whole side of the garden will all be green, but we just have to wait for them to grow. You can kind of see this section here that's already been kind of fanned out and going along the wires there, and we just have to be very good at watering them, and then these will grow out and be really beautiful and probably look a lot more like this at the back here where it's all kind of grown out lovely. That beautiful tree in our neighbour's garden, it's so pretty. And in case you're all wondering what this table and chairs are doing here, because they are looking very weathered, I've had them for about 10 years and we are actually going to be getting rid of them once our table and chairs arrive from Crocus, which is the company that we've used to get all of our plants and plant pots from, and also a cute little bistro table and chairs situation that's going to go in this corner here. So our sofa will be along there, and then in this little corner we'll have a table and chairs if we want to kind of sit up and eat lunch, or breakfast or dinner. But until our new one arrives, I'm just leaving this here so that we can, at the end of today, just put that into position and get a feel for what it's looking like. It's just so exciting seeing everything just finally going into the ground. And then this concrete wall, it's kind of a bit of a pain. It's really old, but it's structural, so we can't get rid of it. But we are planting in this little bed here to the left, if you're looking at it, to the left of the sofa. We're planting in some really beautiful grasses, and I forget the name of these two plants here and here, but these are some kind of daisies. They'll grow and be really beautiful, and the grasses will grow quite tall. And then we also have this little tree here, so these will all grow up to kind of cover the concrete wall there. Along the back here we have 3 troughs sitting on top of the concrete wall with 2 Trachelospermum in each, and they've also all got inside, I think, don't know if you can see, but oh no, they're here. So these are the pretty flowering daisies, so those are going to be planted inside here too. And then we will train the Trachelospermums all the way up this wall, so it will kind of just, you'll look out into the garden and just see green, which will be so beautiful. And then there'll be flowers kind of coming over the top of these troughs as well. And then in terms of trees and planting into pots, this is what Tabby was on FaceTime with Sam and I out here in the garden earlier this morning, and we were just kind of planning. So this one's going to be rosemary. This is a really old plant that I've had for years from our old house, but I really love the pot. I love when terracotta goes really kind of weathered like this, and apparently if you put yogurt on your new terracotta pots, it makes them weather faster and kind of attract moss and look that kind of worn in, lived in look, which is way more my style. Everything does look very new right now, like all the new pots, but they will age beautifully. I really, really love this pot. It's like a really gorgeous kind of glazed green one. We're just going to put lots of thyme in here, and I think it's a snowdrift thyme, so I think it might have white flowers on, which would be really beautiful. And then we have a little pot here that's the same, and this is, what kind of thyme is this? Oh, this is snowdrift as well. I think we have a third pot of thyme that has pink flowers somewhere. We've got a giant pot. I absolutely love this one with a big tree in it here. This will all flower and be absolutely gorgeous, hopefully by the end of this summer. And then inside this is the silver posy thyme, and then we're going to do kind of like a little collection here. These will be pushed much closer to the beds by the end of today. It's just whilst they're planting and organising, they're all kind of all over the place, but this will be like 3 different pots of different heights and sizes that will look really cute, kind of gathered together there. And then we'll do the same kind of opposite on this side, do like a little section of pots there looking cute. Here's all the other pots. We've just kind of laid out what's going in each one. This is a rose, and the roses are going to be a peachy white colour, just so beautiful. This one we're going to grow up the back of the house, and then we've just popped this pot just inside the door so we don't forget where it's going. But this is a very large pot, and inside is wisteria, which I think is going to be stunning. We're going to grow that up the front of the house, so that's just going to sit just outside our front door. This is the current view from our kitchen window. The sink is here, so just kind of nice that when you're doing the washing up you can see the garden. It all looks very chaotic right now. You will just have to use your imagination. Imagine once everything is flowered and planted and growing and green. Eventually, all along this side will all be green, beautiful jasmine that also will flower, and all along the back too. The tree in that big pot will be all big and beautiful. I'm filming this at 25 frames per second because this light was making everything flicker, but I'm not sure if that now means I'm filming in slow-mo. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, the guys are down here latexing. This is going to be our kind of cinema room. We've not got lighting in there yet, so it's really dark, and there's only 1 coat of paint on the wall, so it will look better than it does right now. But this is painted in Farrow & Ball Cola, and then out here in the laundry room is white tie. But I just thought I'd show you a bit of the process of the floor being latex before the flooring goes down. Big TV will go on the wall there. This is going to be a really cool room. We can see a bit better the colour there. It's like a really beautiful, really dark, warm, red toned brown. But yeah, it needs another coat, so it will look better than it does right now. And obviously there's going to be really cute like wall lights in there. You can see the floor is now down in here. Got our sofa, which is going in the room that I just showed you. This is the latex. So this room was already latex the other day, so the floor's down in here now. All of our washing machines and tumble dryers have had to come out. I think earlier in the vlog I showed you them all in position. The doors come off as well. Interesting. The gardeners have now left. They've done everything that they could do today, but they'd run out of soil. We have soil arriving first thing, and then they will finish all of the potting. But I just thought I would show you a little final update of where we're leaving it today. So this is how the garden is looking right now. I don't know if you guys are going to notice a huge difference, but it feels way more like a garden to me this evening rather than just a gardener's workspace, which has felt like for the last kind of, well, I don't know how long it's been since they started. All of the jasmine on this side has been planted, and all of the kind of soil and whatever they put on top of the soil, that's all done. The same is all done on this side now. They've planted all of the Trachylospermum into the troughs, which are going to be sat up on the wall there. Our sofa is out. Just look at this amazing sunshine at this time of day. It's just so exciting. Didn't have enough soil to plant these ones yet, or these pots at the back, which won't be sitting there, so just ignore everything's placement and ignore all of this rubbish here. This is all going. But yeah, lots and lots of progress today, and all of the kind of tension wires are up. Our mirror will be going there, which I'm really excited to show you tomorrow, and then it will reflect all the beautiful planting over here. Oh, look at our little bed. Our little flowers and grasses and tree have been planted in there. I don't know if you call this a tree. I take that back. Maybe it's just a plant. This is rosemary in this pot. It's all coming along, guys, and I am just thrilled about it. Just so excited for tomorrow. Also, the view looking up from this door is just so wonderful. I'm so happy about that tree. I know I mentioned it earlier, but it's just glorious against the blue sky. And that is it. And I'm going to end this vlog here. So you're going to have to watch the next vlog, which will be up next Sunday, I think. So just 1 week to wait to see the final garden results. I don't know if anything will have flowered in a week, but there might be some kind of difference in the plants. We'll see. But the table and chairs will have arrived, and our sofa cushions will be out, and it will just be looking much kind of cleaner and finished and just a usable garden basically, and all the rubbish will have gone. So I'm excited to show you that next week. I'm ending the vlog here though, because I need to edit it and upload it tomorrow morning, ready to go live on Sunday, so I won't be able to show you in this vlog the finished product tomorrow evening. But thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of this vlog, thank you for sticking with it, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.